Hello everyone, I am Tacet, and today I'm going to be going over some teams with the new Orbweaver class as well as the new spider totem weapon. I was going to do this yesterday. I ended up farming for this for about 6 hours straight, but after that it ended up not giving it to me, so I didn't get it until late last night. So now I'm doing the video now. So here we go. Let's just get into some Orbweaver teams with the new weapon and class. The first one we're going to start off with uses both of them, I do believe. That's the third one. Yes, we're going to be using... Oh, wait, never mind. We're just using an all Zolkari deck for this. And one interesting thing about the this class is the fact of how much magic you can get between the kingdom and between the actual bonus it gets. If we go into our edit team real quick, we can see that the third perk on it is actually a mystic. You can become a mystic troop. And the bonus that you get for 3 mystics on a team is +1 magic. And while Orbweaver isn't that decent of a troop, you can use it in a pretty nice combo with Web Spinner to give it a total of 3 extra magic. 1 magic for 3 mystics, and then an additional 2 magic for having 4 Zolkari, because this troop counts, or the Orbweaver class counts as a Zolkari. So you're going to be getting 3 magic total and +1 attack onto all of them. Well, Orbweaver, or however we say his name, he is a little bit bad later on in the game. I slightly misspoke on that though. Level 100 and lower, he's actually one of the better troops in the game. But after that, he pretty much falls off because he summons a giant spider, which then summons another summon. So he's really good if you want to win. He just isn't the quickest win because all he really does is summon. He doesn't really do that much damage or anything else. So let's get straight into this team, and we're basically going to web spam with the web spinner, use its additional the additional 3 magic it has to completely team wipe them. 3 magic on something like a web spinner is absolutely huge. On some other troops it wouldn't be that big of a difference, but on Web Spinner, it's definitely going to make a huge difference, because right there, we would normally add 11. We're gaining an additional 3 all the way up to 14. And if you have lower magic, 3 magic on it is... that 3 magic alone is going to be an additional 12 damage total across the entire enemy team every single time it casts. And the fact that it creates its own color will make it extremely powerful. And we already webbed it. We already have Orbweaver up, even though we have no use for casting him. All he would do is 10 split damage because we don't have any slots empty.
Mana surge.
And somewhere in that was an extra turn, it seems. So we won't be able to get Web Spinner up directly, I don't think. And I am using the Prismatic Orb just to have all the colors there, just to have all the overdraft go into them. You could use a different weapon. You would, of course, want to use a green weapon since it is the Orbweaver class. Unfortunately, most of the good yellow-green weapons aren't really obtainable. They were all like old event weapons, so I didn't show it with it, since most of you probably can't use them.
Mana surge.
Since you don't have them. Hopefully they add all the old weapons back to the game eventually. But they don't seem to be yet. Right here, we're just going to be able to try out our Web Spinner now. It will likely miss its ability, but we are going to be getting 14 damage on everything. That's still a lot. Poison to everything. And we get some of the mana back. And we'll just keep casting that pretty much until it dies, or whatever we can cast. Pick the reds. Got both of them up. I'm going to use the Prismatic Orb on our Web Spinner, and hopefully we can get it to trigger greens. Before we do though, let's just kill that off. We're doing triple skull damage too because of the trait, so literally everything will just die. Something funny that we can do right here, web ends up reducing the magic of anything that's webbed down to 0. We can actually web this giant spider right here, and it will now summon something at level low. I don't know exactly what level. Level 1. Yeah, I guess 0 means 1. So it just summoned a level 1 spider instead of a full level 19 like it would have instead. So that was a really good cancellation on it. Now that it's 18 levels lower to summon, it just did. So right here, let's see. Do we have anything that's purple yellow? I don't think we do. So let's just use it on our Web Spinner. did green, but there's no green on the board now, so that doesn't really do any good. Let's see. I really just want to use this Dokapher, or Dokapher? I don't even know. But there's no reason to use them right now. It feels so useless. He's just doing nothing. There we go. Extra turn. Web spinner. We need you up.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Hopefully it'll do blue this time.
Mana surge.
Oh no, Inferno King. That's not good. I'll leave the spider there though. Since we reduced its level, it only has 7 attack, so it's really no threat if it ends up hitting us with Inferno King. Ooh, should I take that or not? Well, I kind of have to. If I don't, he'll take it. So let's just take that and get Web Spinner up. I also need to make sure whatever I move here, I don't move it in alignment for Inferno King. Like, you wouldn't want to take these greens right here and move that, or else he'll just take the extra turn here. So we'll take that. There's probably another extra turn sitting somewhere that I wasn't paying attention to. At least we avoided that one. Okay, so we completely avoided it. That's good. Could use Web Spinner right now. Actually, I think I am going to. We're not going to get the extra turn off of it, but we're going to get some pretty good value otherwise. Let's do that instead, actually. We'll take the skulls. Oh, are those purples just sitting there? I think I cascaded into it. So it's going to burn us, so I'm not really going to do too much here, though. Main reason I did that other turn was so we could get a skull, and it seems like we'll be able to. Yeah, he'll just take that, and we'll just counter skull it, and he'll skull us again, but it's just a skull war at this point. Let's see, blue. Get that up. Oh, and nice extra turn as well. So let's just Web Spinner def it. We're also getting Tal Ray up every single time we cast with that Arcane. Getting more and more magic. One thing we would have to worry about with this team is that new Orc Warrior troop thing that does... oh wow, I'm not even paying attention. It already got all the way up there. That new Orc Warrior thing that does 2 times skull damage to Mythics, as well as does... its cast does damage based on how much magic you have. That's really going to counter things like Mystics, which gain extra magic and stuff like that. Which is kind of funny that they both came in at the same time. I guess they planned that pretty well. Def is going to cast on us, which is a little bit worrisome, and there's no way I can really stop it. Let's just kill out the giant spider so it doesn't do anything more. I don't want it around. So here goes Def. Maybe Dokapher will be able to do something now. Prismatic Orb. Let's hope it goes on blue. Yes, really nice. And that's pretty much the match now.
Mana surge.
Let's see. Use a Web Spinner up. And of course it's not going to do anything. There was no... there's basically no greens on the board. So we'll take the other one out. And now that just leaves the spider. Hey, maybe Dokapher will actually be useful. But I don't think we've used them for anything other than the one... magic bonus plus the extra Zolkari bonus he's giving to us. That's like the only reason he's even in this team right now. If there was another mythic or mystic in this kingdom, he would be replaced instantly in this team.
Mana surge.
Now you kind of just gotta wait for skulls or anything. Whoa! Hey, he finally gets to do something. There we go, giant spider. And lastly, actually there's no way we can finish it right here. And now giant spider's blocking our... Actually, Web Spinner was blocking it too. Well, any kind of damage we can do will kill it. I guess we'll get Dokapher back up. He can actually get a kill.
Mana surge.
I never thought I'd say those words.
Mana
I just gave it greens. It doesn't use it though.
Mana surge.
And we end it. There we go. So that is it with all mystics. Obviously, we didn't get to really show off the traits for that one, but we will be able to probably in one of these other ones. I have it lined up to do so. Let's see. I believe the second one I do. Yes, we do. We're using a basically a web team with Talray and the Spider Totem But we're going to have Lady Ornarial to help keep us alive, and then Famine for the drain, because the Spider Totem also drains. It deals damage to an enemy, drain their mana, and then web them. And if they're webbed, you just already you gain an extra turn, which will come and play quite a bit with Tal'Rey. Famine you can replace out. If you don't have a Famine, you can just replace it out with Valkyrie, and it'll do pretty much the same thing. Plus, you'll be getting souls. I mostly just have Famine so we can get the double drain. The drain with the Spider Totem, as well as the drain with the Famine. So let's get into it. Up against the one of the more annoying teams in the game, with the Manticore, Corvash, Valkyrie, and Queen Mab. Normally against a team like this, you would want to use stuff with Impervious. It would really make this team useless. But of course we're trying this team, so we do not have the Impervious. Luckily we do have the Mana Shield on our on the Orbweaver, which is going to prevent any damage from their Queen Mab, as long as we don't get stunned, that is. No way, let's see, we'll take it that way. He's going to drain us though. I probably shouldn't have done it that way. Taking a different mana. But we'll just get it right back up.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
As soon as we get Lady Ornarial up, we can really start looping.
Surge.
As long as the board is also in our favor.
Mana surge.
We also want to make sure we can web anything before it casts, just so it doesn't do anything to us, or not as much anyways.
Mana surge.
Particularly with Corvash. So right here, we'll let him take those skulls. We're going to web him, so we're going to reduce his damage down to pretty much nothing. I think he'll only do like 3 or something. Yeah, he's only going to do 3 true damage to us. Do the first 2. He's still going to get the stun and drain off, but he won't really be able to do anything else further than that. Ideally, I'd want to grab a mana that's not any of those 3, but there are none, so we'll just have to take one of these greens. And now they're both stunned. And we'll just keep that Famine for when they get ability up. I think our whole team is stunned, other than Famine now. Wow. Well, now that we have the Famine up, we can just keep waiting until he actually gets mana.
Mana surge.
And if our Tal'Rey ends up dying to damage and stuff, that's not going to be a big deal, because after our Orbweaver gets unstunned, he's going to have a chance to summon the Giant Spider. I believe it only triggers on when he takes HP damage, though. Not when he takes armor damage, which is a bit weird, because he has this class has quite a high armor compared to HP. I think it's like 10 armor, 9 HP when at level 20, if I'm not mistaken. So right here, I'll let it take skulls. Doesn't really matter too much if Tal'Rey dies, and I guess he won't die, or she won't die, I mean. We just got a double turn. We'll just take skulls.
Mana surge.
Unfortunately, oh, never mind. It still had web. The reason we didn't do double damage here was because she's stunned. I was wondering why I didn't do double, but yeah, that would have done double if she wasn't stunned, of course, because she has double damage to webbed enemies. So it has the ability up now. I really don't want to have to deal with Emperor Corvash, so let's just kill it. Queen Mab's not too big a deal, since our hero won't ever take damage from her now that it is unstunned. We also have a drain on it in case any of them get up. Actually, let's use it to kill out Queen Mab. I think this will get pretty close to being able to kill her. So she's at 60 life. Is this enough to kill? It'll do... she'll gain an extra magic because of Arcane when we cast it. So it's going to be a little bit short. It's going to do 52 damage if she's webbed, which she is. Which isn't the kill. We still haven't gotten Lady Ornarial up. We should probably do that. There we go.
Surge.
The main thing to get this team going, and we haven't cast it once. Of course it would go for the green, though. So now we'll probably mess with this.
The planet is shifting.
Mana surge.
One other thing to keep in consideration is we also have 2 greens, which is helping her quite a bit. She's getting an additional 2 magic from that. Lady Ornarial, that is. It has that stun up. I'm not too worried about it getting attack. I know it's going to drain that, though, regardless of what I do with it. So, I guess we'll do that. I don't really need Lady or Nerial up. And I'm not too worried about Queen Mab getting her mana.
Mana surge.
Of course, it's now going to make a bunch of blues. Don't really see anywhere where that'll be a threat, though. So we'll let it do that. We'll probably be able to take it, especially if it does it on Kareen right here. Good. So we'll miss on that. It gets a bunch of mana, but it doesn't get the extra turn, which is the main component of it. We could take these reds and kill out the Valkyrie, but it's just going to cast that anyways. So what we can do is completely block it. So we'll just use that. And we have Mana Shield, and it's going to do basically no damage. It just did 4 damage there. It does none based on the fact that its magic is now 0, but it still does damage based on how much mana they have, which is why it still did 4 damage to our Famine. So let's see here. It didn't take this last turn, so we'll be able to take that. Take the reds, get a skull from the Cascade.
Mana surge.
Another skull, and it's webbed, so we got the twice damage on it with the Stalker. Great. And now we just have to take out an annoying Mana Core.
Mana surge.
And, ooh, I really don't want to have to take this purple, so I think I'll need to, though. Don't really see another better option. Actually, I think that might have been our only move anyways. Oh, no, not a Mana Core. Go away. It's about to die any second now. Oh, actually, maybe I should have let it die, because we still didn't get to see the thing summon. It's pretty self-explanatory, though. It takes damage. It summons a giant spider. It's actually really good with Lady or Nerial, too, because obviously you have to be, or you'll most likely be using a green weapon, since this class is +5 magic once you get it fully leveled to green weapons. But also because I'm almost certain that this only triggers when you take HP damage. So if you have something raising your HP, it's just going to increase the chance of you summoning a giant spider with that 50% chance on whenever you take damage. So Lady or Nerial is definitely a good pairing with this class.
Mana surge.
Especially because it's also a mystic, and of course this class counts as a mystic if you choose to make it count as one. So let's see, we'll cast this one first. Actually, it doesn't really matter what order we cast that in, it was going to die regardless. Also, we can't even web it if we wanted to because it has impervious. Let's just kill it with skulls. And let's go on to the last one now. This last one, I'm actually going to be switching to the Archer class for. It's mostly just to show off the Spider Totem with a Skull Spam team. So let's switch over to that real quick. Over to Hero. Over to Class. And we'd be able to switch for free, I believe. If not, 20 gems. This isn't that much for me to charge for it. And let's just go straight back into PvP. Go to the third team. And a little bit of an annoying team for us to be facing with this, but I think we can still do it. Pretty much using a spam team I used to use with Great Maul up front. It also works pretty well with the Archer class on the Spider Totem. This is also going to be getting half its magic up, so if we get a single green surge, we're going to get it up from the very first turn. And that banner is completely wrong. What is that banner there? We need brown purple. Where's brown purple? Somewhere in here is a brown purple banner. Here we go. But yeah, Archer on PC and mobile, well, I guess still on consoles too, is the new Maul, or the old Maul, however you'd really consider it, because it does have a 15% chance on skull damage to instantly kill, which is like what the Maul was, except the Maul also gained a bunch of extra stats as well. Oh, really? Why? It's gonna burn us now too. And freeze. Oh yeah, it has the double of them. That's gonna be really annoying. As long as it doesn't freeze our hero, I'm kind of fine with that though.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Hopefully we at least get to show off the weapon before it dies. He shouldn't die though. Be nice if we could get that instant kill on 15%. Oh no, not the mana drain. We just had so much mana too. And this won't even extra turn for us either.
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
Well, at least we got Famine up, so that is going to be really good, since we'll be able to disable anything he does further from here. Since we have it up, let's try getting Bone Dragon up. Won't get the extra turn, but we got its mana. That's all that matters. Our hero's also not frozen right now, so we will be able to skull spam it if we choose to do so. It's not unstunned, so we won't be able to get that the instant kill proc off of it, but we'll still be able to get a lot of skull damage off. Let's use it there. We'll use it on Queen Mab next. 1 HP, really? It's gonna survive with 1 HP. At least that means we can just C4 or kill it. Instead of wasting a turn doing skulls, we can just do this. Of course it's still frozen, but we need the mana. Also got another extra skull in there just for fun. And just keep going down the line and instantly killing them. Plus we got the archer thing up, so we might be able to get an instant kill out of nowhere. Let's see. I'm going to take this in a weird way just so we can get 2 skulls out of it. Like, this would be the way you take more damage, but if we did that, we wouldn't be able to get 2 skull pairs. So we'll do that, and we get 2 instead of 1. We also got a bullseye on it, but we already would have killed it regardless of the bullseye. So that kind of went to waste. And yeah, that's pretty much already this match. We didn't even get to use the totem. I did this Steve to do the totem, and now it's going to die. Oh, wait, never mind. Yeah, now it's going to die. We didn't even get to use it once because it got mana drained and then all the mess. That happens sometimes. Especially if Emperor Corvash is just going to stun you on like turn 2 or something. And that is definitely game. Anyways, that will do it for the next class. It is definitely an interesting weapon. As far as trading and doing everything with it, I wouldn't really advise getting the class. I find the archer to be a much better class overall. One other thing to note with the archer class, I'll probably be doing a more in-depth video later in this week on the archer. But one of the reasons I also included in this video is because if we go over to the armored boar pack this week, there is arcane stealth trait stones. And arcane stealth trait stones is used to get the archer class upgraded. And the archer class, like I just showed, has the, if loading screens will go, has the 2 traits that really make it work well. The first one is fast. Fast will be giving it half its mana that it needs. Right off the bat, it doesn't matter what weapon you're using. It doesn't even matter if you're using a green weapon. You'll be starting it with half. And of course, the main reason is the 15% to instantly kill on skull damage, which is essentially exactly what the Great Maul used to be, which is what the other Maul thing that came out today is pretending to be. But this is the real deal with it, and you can get it with the arcane stealth trait stones from the boar pack, the armored boar pack that's in the shop this week. But anyways, that'll wrap it up for this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.